It makes my day to get to spend a little time with you. I wore my Pim Daddy hat today just for you. My wife helped me pick this out. She's like, hey, you gotta spruce it up. I tend to look like the angel of death from time to time, and people have asked me, if you go out in the sunshine, do you burst into flames? If you touch silver, do your fingers catch on fire? And the answer is no. I only play a vampire on TV. But I got Shelley coming up. Here's the great thing about living in a major metropolitan city: traffic. If you've ever driven through our fair city of Atlanta, you're going to get stuck in traffic. I was looking at Facebook yesterday, and a friend of mine I grew up with, since we know each other since we were 5, she was driving through Atlanta, and she puts a thing on Facebook. Oh my gosh, how do you guys live here? You actually get used to it. You learn how to plan a trip for 4 hours. So if you know you're going to drive through Atlanta, you understand that it could be 30 minutes or it could be 4.5 hours. It's your choice. And Shelley got held up on that. She'll be here in just a second. I want to answer one more question. Now, somebody had sent me a text. Estelle, is it okay to date interracially? I thought we answered that a long time ago, but that's okay. I never asked anybody's permission. I didn't care. Again, it's about me. What's this whole show been about? It's not been about someone's weight. It's been about who you want to be. And that's just a fact. So if you want to date somebody, date them. Don't let the world pick what you do, who you do it with, and who you are. That's just a bad idea. Now, I want to talk a little bit about my guest. It is Shelley Pickens. Why would I bring an author on my show? Simple. The books are really good, and I want somebody to read them. I'm going to go ahead and state now, I hate Twilight. I hate those movies. Oh my gosh, I hate those movies. And most fiction like that, I can't stand. It's funny when I get Shelley in here, we're going to talk about the time that she brought this up to me, that she was writing a book. And at the time I had a bestseller, and she had come by, we were teaching together, and she'd come by to ask me what I thought. And normally I tell people, man, it's a tough road. And I was like, no, I think you got something here. So I got handed a manuscript of something I thought I would never read. Okay, again, it's one of those things where you take it and go, oh man, I'm going to read this. I mean, and you're thinking in your mind, oh my God, if I had to read any one page, I'm going to set this on fire, and I'm going to set myself on fire if I have to read this. So I took it to the beach, and I looked at my wife and said, you read it, you read better than me. I have dyslexia, I really do struggle to read. So she read it to me. One of the best fiction books I had ever seen. I was overwhelmed because, again, it's right up there with really bad music with me. I don't want to listen to it. I don't want to read. Now, if we're ready to go, we're going to take a really quick break, and we're going to get Shelley in here with me so she can help me tell this story. We'll be right back. The magic of TV. Now she's here, now she's not. First she wasn't there, now she is. Shelley, thank you so much for coming and joining me.
Thank you for having me, Scott.
All right, so you come by my classroom, you give me the manuscript, and I'm sitting there thinking, there's just no way I'm reading this.
Yeah, you're one of the first people ever to read it too, and I was like, yeah, he's still not going to read it.
And I'm sitting there thinking, I love Shelley. I did, I've known you a long time, and we taught together a long time. And I hate that genre of books so much. I had a kid one time try to read Twilight to me. Oh, no. And then I threatened to have them killed and stuffed in a closet. So I get to the beach, I give it to my wife, and she starts reading it. She reads the whole thing. Yeah. And then she reads it to me, because she knows I'm not going to read anything.
Right.
And I was overwhelmed. I couldn't wait to tell you how wonderful it was.
I remember the text I got, and I was jumping up and down. I was like, oh my gosh, he read it. Not only was I in shock, I was actually happy about it. I was like, couldn't believe you actually liked it.
And then my next step was, we have to get Shelley a publisher.
Yes, that was a long road for sure. You warned me it would be hard.
It's funny because I'm in the nonfiction world.
Right.
So where I write, my expertise is behavior, so I write books on behavior. You're in fiction. So when you started the submission processes, what were the publishers telling you?
I sent the manuscript off to, I can't tell you how many, and the best part is that a lot of people ask for the full manuscript back. Most of the time they want a query letter with 1 or 2 chapters, and if they like that 1 or 2 chapters,
Right.
then you're golden. But some people are like, I don't like your voice, because it's in first person, it's not he
Right.
said, she said.
Right.
A lot of people have trouble with that. And then I had another one that rejected it because it's just not right for their publisher and stuff. So it took a lot of rejections before I actually got a publisher that said, I love it, I just want you to add this one extra element of mystery to it, and actually was very grateful because she helped me make the book better.
Right.
I mean, just to where you are on the edge of your seat the entire time is what everybody tells me. So if I hadn't added and made myself better, and as you know, when you write, it can always be better.
Oh, yeah.
You have to get to a point where I'm done, I can't do it anymore. You know?
The girls lock me out of my manuscript.
Yes.
My friend Shelley Hunt, Shelley helps me with everything I do. And Shelley's the reason we have Pampers.
Yeah.
Okay, Shelley's one of the top branding experts in the world. And Shelley's also one of my dearest friends. And Shelley.
Best name ever, by the way.
Oh, yeah, the best name ever. And
Love that name.
she will call my wife and go lock him out of the manuscript because all he's going to do is complain about it. And so when I got your manuscript, I read through the book once, and we're sitting on the beach, and it's got water and sand all over it. I started to reread it.
Oh, wow.
And the great thing about this was there's so few books that I don't want to put down. I'm a comic book freak. So, yeah, if I got the newest Batman comic book, I don't want to put it down.
Yeah.
I wanted to see what was going to happen. And the great thing about your first book, let me see the first one.
This is the first one,
Okay.
The Haunting of Secrets.
I don't know how well you can see this. We'll flash it up on the thing. The Haunting of Secrets. All right, the cover just rocks.
Yeah, that was Caroline Anders from my publisher. She did an amazing job.
I mean, I just couldn't believe it. And it really is. You've got to get this book. It goes along with the story. First story that I had gone through, I don't read fiction anyway. My wife reads
Especially not
fiction.
young adult fiction. You said that
No.
was the genre you hate the most.
Because we taught high school.
We taught high school,
And-
we do it all day long. We don't do it anymore.
Go out into the teacher's parking lot at about, our school let out at 2:09.
Yes.
Okay, go out in the teacher's parking lot at 2:10. And you'll be lucky if you're safe because all you'll hear is tires squealing.
Yes.
So the last thing we want to do is hang out with teenagers, read about teenagers, be where teenagers are. And with this, the characters are so well written.
Thank you.
I felt sadness at the end of this book. Not giving anything away. You still got to read the book. But for me to feel anything connected to a teenage genre was huge. And my next thing was, okay, we got to make this a movie.
That would be nice.
Don't worry, folks. This you're going to see one of these days. I'm not going to stop till this hits a screen. Trust me. The thing is, I want to jump into some of the characters because we've only got about a minute or so left in this segment. We've got book 2.
And book 3 is coming out in August.
So what we're going to do is have Shelley back. We'll have a launch party about that. Launch party. We always got to have a reason for me to wear this hat and us have some fun. But the second book's called Unhinged. We'll get to that in a second. But with this book, everybody always wants to ask a fiction writer, not us, because our lives are normally the source.
Right.
Where did this come from for the premise of the book?
Wow. A lot of caffeine and a long ride home from the beach. I think a little too much caffeine and a long ride home from the beach, honestly. So, but I love the whole genre of the horror, genre, you could say.
Right.
It's based on our school that we worked at, and it's based on, characters throughout the years that I have, all those lovely kids that I've taught, and it's a mixture of all of them. But I think Amy she's not based on anybody, she's all by herself. But I don't know, that kind of came up and I started writing it, and I thought, well, what would happen if this girl could know every single memory, every single secret you ever had? I wonder what people would feel about that. And then I started writing down notes, and then next thing you know, I wrote a chapter, and then another chapter, and then all of a sudden I had a book, and I was like, wow. It kind of grabs hold of you, doesn't let go at all. If you have an idea and you want to develop it, you just have to keep at it. Now, there were some months where I didn't know where it was going, but it came to me on a very long ride home, and once I got home, I literally just close myself off into a closet, not a closet, but an office. It's kind of like a little closet in my computer, and I didn't talk to my for an hour. And there the book, and The Haunting of Secrets was born. The funny thing is I had the title before I even ever had the story.
Wow. What we're going to do is I'm going to let Shelley talk about the characters, because it's the characters in this book that it's overwhelming, and there's not one boring segment in this whole thing. It really, I will not rest till this is a movie. And if you're watching this or you're a producer, give me a call. Questions at scottferrell.com. If you got one for her, 706-889-9700. She is Shelley Pickens. Thank God you're here. Here's the great thing. We live so far away from the beach here in the Atlanta area. It's a good 6-7 hours, so you got plenty of time to think about a book.
Plenty of time.
Yeah, but if you got any questions for me or her, or you can hit my website, scottferrell.com. Shelley's going to be with me a little while longer, so if you've got anything you want to know about writing books, let one of us know. We'll be right back.
Truck Month is back at your new Days Chevrolet in Jasper with savings up to $8,000 off MSRP. Right now, get a roomy new Chevy Equinox for just $23,200, or get Days max discount on a new Silverado Crew Cab, just $31,900, plus instant easy credit with Days Fast Track Credit Center. But these Truck Month savings won't last long. Get to Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where Chevy cars and trucks cost less.
Better days ahead, Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in J next to Walmart. And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in J next to Walmart.
Introducing Pizza Hut's first $5 flavor menu. Just $5 each when you order 2 or more. Say yes to a medium one-topping pizza. Yes to Wing Street Wings. Yes to new stuffed garlic knots. And much more. It's easy to say yes to our first ever $5 flavor menu. Only at Pizza Hut.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East LJ. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
What you gonna do with all that junk?
Only Pizza Hut delivers 2 medium pizzas any way you want for just $6.99 each. Get any 2 freshly made pizzas with high quality, fresh ingredients and sauce made with California vine ripened tomatoes. Now get your favorite specialty recipes like meat lovers, backyard barbecue chicken, or 5-pepper pepperoni. So you never have to compromise with any quality toppings, any crust, any specialty. Anything you want on any 2 medium pizzas, just $6.99 each. Only at Pizza Hut.
El Rey and Elijah.
El Rey Mexican Restaurant.
Family owned and operated, and a local favorite for families, parties, and meetings.
Great prices.
Friendly service and delicious Mexican cuisine.
Patio dining available.
Come sing in Carlos's Cantina every Friday 9 to 1.
Eat in or take away.
Same location for 14 years. Open 7 days at the corner of Maddox Drive and 515. North Georgia's favorite Mexican cuisine. El Rey and Elijah.
The 50-50 sale is back at Schottenkirk Ford. 50 trucks must go in the next 50 hours. Shop over 250 trucks in stock and starting as low as $79.95. And there's several more on the lot just like it. Yes, 50 trucks must go, and not just Fords. We have all the best makes and models. You have 50 hours to cash in on huge savings. Don't miss our 50-50 sales event at Schottenkirk Ford in Jasper. Online at SchottenkirkFordJasper.com.
Back, Scott Ferrell Show. Thank you so much for making me part of your day, and I'm happy that we got to have this conversation today. My guest today is Shelley Pickens. Shelley is one of the best fiction authors I've ever seen. And here's the thing: she brought her book to me when we taught together. One of the most critical human beings on the face of the planet. I have no couth, no tact.
That's what I wanted. That's what I wanted.
If your stuff's crap, I will tell you. My ball players that played for me all those years I coached in high school will tell you one thing. I'm very direct. My wife says I can neck up any event because I have no couth. My wife's fine china on paper plates, if that tells you anything. But these books are amazing. Now, in the first book, your main character hooked me from the start. And it's so hard for me to get into fiction because I have to spend so much time on factual stuff and research.
Right.
I never get to read the fun stuff. But your main character, what was the character's name?
Amy.
Amy it really did remind me of kids that you and I've taught.
It does.
And we could, it's almost like you can feel their lives. Now, without destroying the story, how much can you tell me about Amy and let them know about Amy?
Well, Amy is a goth girl. She originally had blonde hair, but she dyed it black in true goth fashion. She sports a nose ring, wears black all the time, and surprisingly, so do I. So there is some reality. And you can't help keep yourself out of some of these characters.
Right.
And she is just a strong female goth girl that has a curse. And her curse is if she touches you, she absorbs every memory, every secret you've ever had. So she lives a life of isolation, and that has made her strong. That has made her build up the character and a thick skin that a lot of teenagers, some have, most don't, because that's the years. But so she's covered head to toe every single day of her life because she literally does not want to touch you. She's already touched way too many people with way too many bad secrets.
She could be part of the X-Men.
Yeah, she totally could. Somebody else said, one other person had said that. People that read comics get into that, yes. And I do love the X-Men. I'm a sci-fi horror freak. If somebody doesn't die within the first 10 minutes, I probably won't watch it, honestly. It's not my kind of thing. And you look at me, you're like, how in the world? But that's me.
And she teaches Spanish.
I do. Hola.
So she loves Spanish and killing. Yeah. Hey, you can be a Spanish serial killer.
I could be a matador, I guess.
There you go.
Yeah.
Although I saw one this past weekend that got clipped.
Yeah, he did. He got gored.
Didn't turn out the way he thought it was going to turn out.
No.
So you got the character. Now you've got plenty of the great thing about yours is you've got her, but it's the characters you bring in. And about halfway through the book, you're just like, you think it's going to go one way.
Yes.
And by the time you get to the end of the book, you're like, I never saw that coming. And normally I figure stuff out. I'm like, I never saw that coming.
Oh, wow.
I hate Shelley. So by the time I started, I'm like, I hate Shelley.
Yeah.
And now, because when I finished it, I was like, well, where's book 2?
Yeah, sorry. It took me 5 months to do book 2. Everybody was kind of bidding, but actually book 2 idea came, I guess I waited until I wanted to make sure somebody believed in my book, that it was really good, and everybody's like, why didn't you write the second one while you were writing the first one? Well, if I wasn't going to get it published, why?
What's the point?
What's the point of writing another book? And so this one came pretty quickly after that one. But the funny thing, you were talking about the characters I surround her with, those are based off of kids. Amy and Leah are very fictionist in mind, but Deanna and Logan were actually in my class the year I was writing this book. And it's loosely based off of them. But,
right.
You know, he plays baseball, so does Logan in the book. She's an artist, so is Deanna in the book. So, and I asked them if it was okay, and they said, are you kidding me? I'm going to be famous. I'm like, well, maybe not that famous, but they were excited. Typical teenager fashion. They were just like, woo, I'm in a book.
Yeah, nobody wanted to be in my books because normally that would have been the losers. And because of what I write behavioral books. And,
oh, so they're the losers.
Yeah. So they were like, hey, man, really don't put me in the book.
Really.
Don't talk about me on the show. Don't say anything about me. But it really, you can really identify it. So now you go from, can we give any of the details in this book without ruining it?
Yes,
okay.
Absolutely. What kind of details do you want? Do you want the whole theme of the book? Or
I want the theme,
characters?
yeah,
okay.
because it's so exciting to read.
Great. Well, I appreciate that, and I'm so glad you had me on your show and let me share the book with everybody. But Amy is a 16-year-old girl, goth. She is cursed, and her curse, if she touches you, she absorbs every secret you've ever had. So in chapter 2, right off the bat, right after you meet her, a bomb goes off in the cafeteria. Yes, a bomb. And they're all struggling to get out. She gets thrown up. There are body pieces everywhere and blood. My mother actually read it, and she doesn't read young adults. Didn't do Hunger Games. And she said, after that chapter, Shelley, I made it okay, but I really wasn't sure I was going to make it through that chapter. But she didn't get hurt, but the ceiling is falling and her sleeve is ripped and her glove is off and she's exposed. And she's running for the one piece of light and exit that she can, and so are 5 other people. And as they're getting over the rubble that's there, somebody grabs onto her arm like this, just holds on for dear life, and she's flooded with images of this person torturing and killing young girls. She blacks out from the horror of it. We all would, hopefully. And when she wakes up, she has no idea who touched her, none whatsoever. So the rest of the book is her sifting through these stolen memories, which are in first person. She sees what that person sees in that memory, and trying to figure out who the killer is amongst them. And it has some twists and turns and keeps you guessing. And I don't know how many texts I had throughout whoever reads it going, oh, I know it's this person, I know it's that person. And I'm like, just keep reading. I don't give away anything. And usually I end up with, I really hate you, Shelley.
That was
every
me.
single time. Yeah. Or if it's Logan, I'm going to kill you. That was my favorite one. And I was like, oh my goodness. So it's fun though. I mean, I like that they're so invested in the book, especially when you said I hate Shelley. I actually kind of like that.
Yeah, you like it because we're in the same building and we always come by and go, I hate you.
Yeah.
And that means we were so emotionally invested in the whatever amount of pages it was, you had us.
Right, I'm glad. Yeah.
If you can trick people and they can't figure out which way the story is going to go, you've got them.
Exactly.
This has got to be a movie. Now, as we progress to book 2, did we stay in the same form, same main character, right?
Same main characters, same supporting characters, a little different role. And it's funny because some people loved and hate the second book because you know who the bad guy is. You just you get introduced with new characters called Brett, who is actually based off of Brent Sheehy, who was at our old school.
Oh, yes.
Because he loved my book. And I said, well, I'm doing a new character, so I'll add you in. And he was just tickled. And I'm like, but it can't be Brent. It has to be Brett because I couldn't make it work. But it's more of her development and her powers and trying to lead more of a normal life with a boyfriend and friends and not so isolated. So it's a little more character development, but there's still a lot of tricks and turns and bad things that happen to her, and you don't know who's going to make it out by the end, or if she will, in fact. Well, she does. There's a third book.
Does Sheehy live?
I cannot tell you.
This guy we talked with, he's a scream.
He's hilarious.
And a lot of people did not wish him to continue living. Although I had a kid tell me he hoped I died in a fiery car crash for Christmas. Sound like Quickie. Christmas. But you being a teacher and being able to write these books, the great thing is you've got a surplus. We taught at the largest high school in the Southeast United States, 4,000 kids to choose from.
A lot.
Did you walk down the hall and go, pretty good character, good character? Hey, I think I could kill you.
Yeah. Actually, it's cathartic because I'm a Gemini, so everybody looks at me like, how did you write that book? It's really dark. And I said, well, I have a good side and a bad side, and the good side of me teaches, the bad side of me kills you in a book, and then where I don't kill you in real life, and it's awesome. And I say happy, but everybody that wants to be in my book, I said, I'm probably going to have to decapitate you at some point in time. And they're totally okay with that. Totally okay.
I got in the
cool.
book. I got in the book.
I'm in the book.
Did I make any of the 3? Come on.
You're actually in a new work in progress. Yes, you are. But you're going to have to be a direct know-it-all, though, okay? Otherwise I can't write you. You know, it has to be based.
Wow, wow. I have known her a long time.
Yeah.
And the great thing is to meet you. It's like Stephen King. I hear he has a great sense of humor. The you I've seen all these years, it's good you acted out there because you're so sweet in person.
Oh, thanks.
Then you go home and get out the voodoo doll and the magic tricks. And now you know, okay, she's serial killer material because they always go, she was such a nice girl. And
Maybe.
She kept to herself, and she was so sweet. Oh. I just never saw this coming. We didn't really understand the stench coming out of her house, but
it's okay.
It's okay because most serial killers look normal.
Oh my gosh, true. And very sweet on the outside, charismatic. That's true.
And the characters in your book are very difficult to say, oh my gosh, I knew it was that person.
Right.
Because the evil one in the book, it was almost pretty hard to trace. She did a great job in book 1 of covering this individual's tracks so well. I'm not sure Sherlock Holmes could have figured this one out.
Now, he's really smart.
Because we're going to talk about book 2 when we get back. This is Shelley Pickens. Shelley's one of the best new fiction writers on the market. You got to pick up this book, and that book, and this book, and every single thing that she writes, you're going to want. These are the first two. The next one's coming out here in a few weeks. I'm Scott Ferrell. You can go to my website, scottferrell.com, if you want more information about Shelley. If you got a question for the show, questions@scottferrell.com, or if you want to send us a text, 706-889-9700. Shelley, do you have a website?
I do. It's shelleypickens.com. And I also have a Facebook page, Shelley Pickens Author. I would love for you to join me for some quirky little fun stuff and information on writing.
And I'll keep you posted on book signings for her. Don't go away. We still got to cover book 2, and I got some great questions for Shelley. We'll be right back.
Truck Month is back at your new Days Chevrolet in Jasper with savings up to $8,000 off MSRP. Right now, get a roomy new Chevy Equinox for just $23,200, or get Days max discount on a new Silverado Crew Cab, just $31,900, plus instant easy credit with Days Fast Track Credit Center. But these Truck Month savings won't last long. Get to Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where Chevy cars and trucks cost less.
Better days ahead, Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in Elijah next to Walmart. And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in Elijah next to Walmart.
Introducing Pizza Hut's first $5 flavor menu. Just $5 each when you order 2 or more. Say yes to a medium one-topping pizza. Yes to Wing Street Wings. Yes to new stuffed garlic knots. And much more. It's easy to say yes to our first ever $5 flavor menu. Only at Pizza Hut.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on-site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East Elijah. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
What you gonna do with all that junk?
Only Pizza Hut delivers 2 medium pizzas any way you want for just $6.99 each. Get any 2 freshly made pizzas with high quality, fresh ingredients and sauce made with California vine-ripened tomatoes. Now get your favorite specialty recipes like Meat Lovers, Backyard Barbecue Chicken, or 5-pepper pepperoni. So you never have to compromise with any quality toppings, any crust, any specialty. Anything you want on any 2 medium pizzas, just $6.99 each. Only at Pizza Hut.
El Rey in Elijah.
El Rey Mexican Restaurant.
Family owned and operated, and a local favorite for families, parties, and meetings.
Great prices.
Friendly service and delicious Mexican cuisine.
Patio dining available.
Come sing in Carlos's Cantina every Friday 9 to 1.
Eat in or take away.
Same location for 14 years. Open 7 days at the corner of Maddox Drive and 515. North Georgia's favorite Mexican cuisine.
El Rey.
El Rey in Elijah.
The 50-50 sale is back at Shottenkirk Ford. 50 trucks must go in the next 50 hours. Shop over 250 trucks in stock and starting as low as $79.95. And there's several more on the lot just like it. Yes, 50 trucks must go, and not just Fords. We have all the best makes and models. You have 50 hours to cash in on huge savings. Don't miss our 50-50 sales event at Shottenkirk Ford in Jasper. Online at ShottenkirkFordJasper.com.
Welcome back to the show. I am Scott Ferrell. Shelley Pickens has come by to spend time with me today. One of the best up-and-coming fiction authors out there. For me to say that is huge because I'm not a fiction guy. Some of the best books that I've ever read. Shelley, if they want to pick a copy of this up, what is the most efficient, best, and all-purpose way to get these books?
Thank you for saying that. Amazon, I believe, would be the best and probably the easiest. It's on Amazon. It's on Barnes & Noble. The Barnes & Noble at Mall of Georgia actually is carrying it, which is huge in their store of 1,000 million books. But that's the easiest. It's barnesandnoble.com, smashwords.com, and lulu.com through my publisher, which is Melange Books, and Fire and Ice, which is the young adult version. But if you generally just Google Shelley Pickens or The Haunting of Secrets, it'll pop up Amazon first. But all those places.
Yeah, don't get the book jinx. I was walking into Borders, as we know. Borders is no longer with us.
Yes.
I was walking into Borders down the sidewalk, and I was the featured artist. There's a huge poster of me in the window. Borders closed a week later. I get back to the section and it's all my books. I'm the featured author. I was like, the store's closed.
The store's closed.
A week later, every Borders closed. Oh. It wasn't my fault.
I don't know.
I still got the poster though. It ain't hanging up anywhere just in case. I'm not like Dorian Gray. All right, so we've got book 1, and now we come to book 2.
Yes. Unhinged.
Can you give me the overall outline of book 2?
Yes, it's a little bit harder not to give stuff away in book 2. But the killer and the bombing and everything gets explained at the end of book 1 and who's who. And so when you go to book 2 for Unhinged, she becomes more normal and is trying to make her life more normal. And she has a boyfriend and people that actually she needs to have contact with. So it's a little bit of her journey through trying to get used to all of this. But also people around her are just dropping into comas. They are going a little bit crazy. Actually, in one scene, somebody just literally walks up, turns left, and goes to the person 3 seats down and stabs him in the eye with a pencil. Drops the pencil and walks away like a zombie. Which actually kind of happened one day, but not really in that form. Somebody threw a pencil in this other person's class and it hit them in the eye. And that's where I got that idea from. I'm like, well, what if he just menacingly just went, kind of like, Jason. So he just did it once and walked away. But things like that just happen. And then they drop into comas and nobody knows why. And so since Amy can touch them and actually see their memories and what happened to them, she realizes she can actually go into their minds and see the memories and see what in the world's going on in there. So she sort of realizes she has this perk. She never touched anyone before. Now that she's actually willingly touching someone, she's seeing more of the development of her powers. So you see them go a little bit more than they were in book 1. But eventually, everyone around her is gone. So you introduce these new characters. Gone as in they're in a coma and they went crazy too. So eventually, you try to figure out why they're in comas, and you introduce these new characters, and Brett is one of them based off of Brent that we had at school. And what his whole story is all about, and why in the world he's so incredibly helpful to Amy. So that's her whole world becomes unhinged. So she actually has a world she wants, and it becomes kind of unhinged, which is where I got that one from the second time.
If you teach school, make sure you're nice to the quiet ones who are always so friendly, because if not, you could end up dead literally or in a book somewhere.
I do. I just want to get that.
They turn you into the characters they don't like very much, and then they get to throw out the feelings they've always wanted to express to you. Was he happy about the way his character evolved in the book?
He was. He loved the second book. And he did. Actually, our principal at the time, Mr. Lane, had begged to be part of the book as well. So I added him in. But I said, you're going to have to be evil. I'm sorry. I can't have a principal that's nice. That's just not going to go well over anybody.
No.
So we did that, and we added him in there. And people wanted to kind of come into the book. But he liked it, and he liked his progression, I guess, within the second book. So now he is dying and was bugging me all last spring when the third book is going to be out. I'm like, dude, I am so stressed out. I will write when I can. So he's excited, which is good. I love it that people are excited. They're like, get writing, lady. And I'm like, okay, don't worry about my 2 kids, or they can eat later. They can eat in 5 hours. It's okay.
Yeah, you do have a husband and 2 kids.
I do.
And on top of, you've got a job.
Yes,
on top of trying to write. Boy, I remember those days.
Yes.
The greatest gift I gave myself was no longer teaching anymore, because I had time to do what I really, really enjoy.
Which is writing.
Yeah, which is this. And I'm on I think I'm on book 7. I've got another one coming out soon.
Awesome.
I've hit bestseller status, and that's an absolute wonderful time.
Awesome, congrats.
We've got to get you there. Now, book 3, what's the title of book 3?
Unleashed.
Can we give any details, or do we have to wait till it's actually released?
That one we're probably going to have to wait till it's released, because something key happens in the second book to trigger her being unleashed onto the world. So I just don't want to give too much away, but she will become unleashed, which is exactly what it sounds like.
Sweet.
That was fun. I bet I'm on an FBI watch list, because I can't tell you how many times I Googled how to kill people and different ways to kill people. And I'm sure somewhere they're like, what is going on at this address?
Well, they showed at Tom Clancy's door, so...
Oh, I'm sure.
And they're like, where do you get your secrets? Library of Congress.
Yeah. Oh
my gosh. Now, who did the artwork for these books?
Caroline Andrus is the cover. She's the one actually that believed in the first book. She gets the submissions and either makes or breaks somebody's hearts, I suppose. But she has loved my series, and so she's done every single one of these covers, which have been absolutely phenomenal. And the third one is just as good. We tweaked it a little bit, but Caroline Andrus is extremely talented, and she is just getting better and better. So I like that having a publisher, you don't have to worry about stuff like that, because I'm not as creative as I would like to be artistically, and that takes a different mind, I guess, when it comes to book covers and aesthetically. And I want somebody to look at it and be like, cool, I want to pick this up.
Yes.
And usually if there's a person staring at me on the front, I don't ever pick it up. It's just boring to me. I want something different. But not so different that you look at it and you go, oh, we're just going to leave that there.
Yeah, in the world of nonfiction, it's normally our photo or something, because people have got to be able to...
Right?
Yeah,
You've got to get the title.
It's got to be something in our world. And this one, the artwork was so amazing, and I got to see the cover, and I was like, perfect. And because it's so thought-provoking, I guess. You're actually trying to go through and see what every single character looks like.
Right.
And the situation. And I was trying to place who had you written about in our school. And,
oh, yes.
And I'm not the only probably one. I know it's this person, or I know it's that person. And the problem is you get inundated with teachers going, I know who you're writing about.
Mm-hmm, exactly, they do.
Did you make a list of teachers you didn't like and go, kill, kill, kill,
no,
kill, kill?
No, I don't have a kill list, I promise. I'm too nice for that.
That's no fun.
I know. I don't, I even feel bad when these kids ask me, can I be in the book? I can't kill someone I know. It has to be this abstract person. I won't even really kill a fly. Well, I'll kill a fly. But other than that, this little butterfly, I can't even run over things. And, when I see dead deer on the side of the road, I literally tear up. But then I get to writing, and it's my world, and I can do what I want in it. And that's the best part about writing is you can be whoever you want to be, and you can do whatever you want to do.
Yeah, the kids had actually asked me if I was a serial killer.
No, they didn't, did they?
I've been asked numerous times. The rumors have started. Unlike yourself, who's always sweet and has a smile on your face, I used to have a sign over my classroom that said, "Welcome to hell." And it really matched my personality.
Yes,
now,
it does.
you may think I'm just bubbly all the time here, but as a coach, as a teacher, I was fairly tough to deal with. And she's quite the opposite. Now, the next segment, it's normally the mailbag segment. I'm going to let you help me with it.
Okay, that'd be great.
Now, you can pick out who dies, the main character of the mailbag, if they ever get to be heard from again, if they go into a coma. Okay, what hex we will put on them.
Nice.
All right, so think about this. Questions@scottferrell.com. Think very carefully if you want to do this or not. We did get a text in, going back to what I'd been talking about earlier. People like junk in the trunk. That's what I am starting to understand. Now, I don't know if these characters in these books have got a little something to offer when you got the jiggle and the wiggle, but the gentleman that sent us the text, he likes it. Once she stands still, he wants a little wiggle still going. All right, ladies. So what's that tell you? Men don't want perfection. They just want the perfection in their own eyes. Shelley, do you do book signings, and where can we find one if you do?
I do. The book signings for 2016, I go to Dahlonega every year, usually in March. I had at a Barnes & Noble one just a couple of weeks ago when they invited me. But I usually do 2 or 3 a year, but that is one thing I want to make better. I would love, love, love to go to signings. So if anybody has one in their hometown that they'd love for me to go to, please let me know. ShelleyPickens.com, Shelley, Facebook author, just give them to me on the page. It's more of me finding them versus...
Well, let's see what we can do. If you know anywhere you want Shelley to come, just drop me an email, questions@ScotFerrell.com, or go by my website, ScotFerrell.com. Shelley's going to sit with me one more segment. I'm going to let Shelley help me with the mailbag. Remember, if you got a question for myself or Shelley, 706-889-9700. Shelley Pickens, greatest fiction author on the planet right now. I'm Scot Ferrell. We'll be right back.
Truck Month is back at your new Days Chevrolet in Jasper with savings up to $8,000 off MSRP. Right now, get a roomy new Chevy Equinox for just $23,200, or get Days max discount on a new Silverado Crew Cab, just $31,900, plus instant easy credit with Days Fast Track Credit Center. But these Truck Month savings won't last long. Get to Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where Chevy cars and trucks cost less.
Better days ahead, Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in Ella next to Walmart. And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in Ella next to Walmart.
Introducing Pizza Hut's first $5 flavor menu. Just $5 each when you order 2 or more. Say yes to a medium one-topping pizza. Yes to Wing Street Wings. Yes to new stuffed garlic knots. And much more. It's easy to say yes to our first ever $5 flavor menu. Only at Pizza Hut.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on-site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East LJ. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
What you gonna do with all that junk?
Only Pizza Hut delivers 2 medium pizzas any way you want for just $6.99 each. Get any 2 freshly made pizzas with high quality, fresh ingredients and sauce made with California vine ripened tomatoes. Now get your favorite specialty recipes like meat lovers, backyard barbecue chicken, or 5-pepper pepperoni. So you never have to compromise with any quality toppings, any crust, any specialty. Anything you want on any 2 medium pizzas, just $6.99 each. Only at Pizza Hut.
El Rey and LJ.
El Rey Mexican Restaurant.
Family owned and operated, and a local favorite for families, parties, and meetings.
Great prices.
Friendly service and delicious Mexican cuisine.
Patio dining available.
Come sing in Carlos's Cantina every Friday 9 to 1.
Eat in or take away.
Same location for 14 years. Open 7 days at the corner of Maddox Drive and 515. North Georgia's favorite Mexican cuisine.
El Rey.
El Rey in LJ.
The 50-50 sale is back at Shottenkirk Ford. 50 trucks must go in the next 50 hours. Shop over 250 trucks in stock and starting as low as $79.95. And there's several more on the lot just like it. Yes, 50 trucks must go, and not just Fords. We have all the best makes and models. You have 50 hours to cash in on huge savings. Don't miss our 50-50 sales event at Shottenkirk Ford in Jasper. Online at ShottenkirkFordJasper.com.
My guest today is Shelley Pickens. To me, and this is an opinion, and naturally this whole show is nothing but opinion, but one of the best up-and-coming fiction authors that I've ever known. Now, we got a question earlier was, the person wanted to know, and my wife can second this, who inspired you to even start the writing process?
Wow, it goes back a little further. I've written all my life, little short stories, poems, stuff like that, and your wife and I were talking earlier about how a teacher can make or break you wanting to write. Well, I had one in college that absolutely loved my reactionary papers every single time. He's like, I look forward to reading them. So I started writing short stories. And then the next year I had a teacher who, no matter what I did, he would fail me. I would turn something in, he said, your ideas are good, your organization's bad. So I'd rewrite it, turn it back in, he'd say, your organization good, your ideas are bad. I'm like, they're the same ideas, exact same. So I just kind of got disillusioned and decided, okay, I can't write. Oh, well, everybody else was just being nice to me, and literally didn't write for probably 15 years. And then I saw a segment at the beach before I came with this idea.
The beach is the magic.
The beach, about, I want to say people who made themselves out of nothing. Oprah Winfrey was on there. Number 2 was J.K. Rowling, and how she had been turned down, and she was writing, and her husband had left, and she was in the base of nothing when she came up with Harry Potter and made this empire. And I thought, well, you know what, I'm going to try this again, and she just inspired me to want to go back to it. And so between the caffeine and the very long ride, I came up with not quite a Harry Potter, but something a little more, horror-ish, I guess. And the Amy and the Ideas of the Haunting of Secrets was born. But it took a good teacher to have faith in me and a bad teacher, just one, to destroy it for 15 years. So
does that teacher die somewhere in the book?
No, sadly, I have not quite added him yet to the book. But I figured, but I've gone over that. I've forgiven him to an extent. I'll kill him in another book.
You're going down. That's all I got to say. It's funny now. I've gotten to the age now to where I don't know if I have any teachers that are still alive. I lost most of them. The English teacher that I had, having dyslexia, English was not my favorite subject.
Understandably.
She taught me to show me, don't tell me. That's what she always said. It has served me well in radio and TV.
Nice.
And when I was a performer, I was a stage performer. And that was the one thing I carried through everything, and even when we were teaching high school. Mm-hmm. But when I talk about relationships, show me, don't tell me.
Right.
So it worked out pretty well. Now I'm getting to the mailbag. I want Shelley to be part of these. These are questions, not today, but I've gotten these questions. And I got a teacher here. Now this is a Spanish teacher, so she's fluent. She can kill you in 2 languages.
I can.
She can also be a serial killer on at least 2 continents. So if you see her and she's got a different outfit on and it's in black, be afraid.
Yes.
All right, question number 1. What is the best way to communicate with a teacher if you're a parent?
Oh, wow. The best way, I believe, as a parent is email versus, phone, because we can get back a lot faster. And to take all emotion out of it, because it is your baby, and it is very hard, but we are as invested in your baby as you are. We really are. And I've had some parents that are like, I understand this happened, and could you please let me know. Like, you may know your kid, especially with teenagers. I know you want to know your kids a certain way, but when they become teenagers, they change. And they're different around their friends than they are around you. I've seen that with my middle schooler. Around me, he's a completely different, quiet little kid. And around his friends, he's silly. And I'm like, wow. And I don't want to believe he does anything wrong, but I'm also a teacher and understand that he will. And but we are there to support you. We're not, and your child. We want them to succeed. So the best way to come from that is know that we're not the enemy. We really are in this together with you. And that's the best advice I can give, because the minute we get something that is, not inflammatory, but accusatory, I guess, we tend to shut down, and we want to help you more so than that.
Wow, that was so eloquently put. That's normally not how I answer that question. But I wanted her sweet killer self. Now remember, this kind facade.
Sweet
She's
killer.
a killer. If you've ever seen the show Snapped, right here. Except she won't kill her own husband and kids.
No.
She's going to kill yours.
Yeah.
We used to have a thing. I was special ed. If the superintendent had not been called by September, I wasn't doing my job. And at least once a month, somebody called a school board and superintendent, both, the governor. I've had the governor called once. The principal would come down to the room and go, Scott, did you say this? I did, but they left out a couple of things. Here's what I really said.
Right.
I was the inflammatory one. All right, good answer. All right, next one. Do you as a teacher, are you the problem are you the reason why kids misbehave in your class?
Not that I'm aware of.
The emails I used to get all the time was, he's never done this at home. I don't know why in the world you think he's going to do it in your class.
Yeah.
Now, I know you've never gotten that email, have you?
Oh yeah, I've gotten that. I've gotten that, yeah. I've even told a kid numerous days, like last year, every single day to get out paper and pencil until finally I yelled at him in front of the class, like, I'm just going to stop bugging you because obviously you don't care. Obviously I'm wasting all my time. And I actually got an email from the parent that had said, how dare you call my kid out in class? I was like, for not being prepared. It's like, okay, no problem. I won't call him out at all. He'll just be sitting there and it's all, the thing is, once they get to high school, it's really up to them. We can lead them, but we cannot make them drink the water. We cannot make them, behave. He's like, eventually he said he gets it, but I don't think sitting there playing on his phone the entire class is gonna help him get it at all. But you deal with a different type of clientele with special ed as I do, and I love you guys and what you do because I can't do that. I don't have as much patience for that as I wish I could.
Shelley students go to the post office. My kids were on the wall. Right. Big difference.
It's a difference.
I had the gang members. I had everybody that wanted to kill me.
Yeah.
I had 15 kids one time threatening to kill me all at one time. And the only response I had was, that's great, but you're the closest, so I'm going to take you first. And being the rough person that I was as a high school kid, I was starting out of high school, I had an answer for that. But it's funny. I've been accused so many times of being the origin of the child's behavior. I always tell mom and dad, nah, y'all have done a good enough job messing the kid up. All right, now I want to bring this topic up. Do high schools that we've worked in, especially around the country, still have that tinge of school spirit left?
I think they do. I do. And I think our former principal, Mr. Markham, used to always say that people have problems with high schools, but it's never their high school. They always love their high school. Right. And then they get invested in it, and then next thing you know, there's all this spirit. And I think that's the general rule is, as long as you get invested in your school and the spirit, I think the parents really still are, and the kids are, and that's what they live for, is the football and the spirit, and we're the state championships here, and it makes it fun. That's what makes high school fun, and for you to be able to find your place is to actually get involved in it. If you just go to school, it's going to be extremely boring, and I think that's where some of the problems arise. A lot of your kids probably don't go to after-school activities, or they play in anything. Yeah,
some of the high schools we've been in are so large.
They are big.
It becomes like college, and now it becomes a drudgery. I grew up in a small town of about 2,000 people, and my high school was one of the smallest in the Charlotte area. We had intense school spirit. Even when we went back to my 30th reunion, we were still as close-knit as we were as if we never left. Awesome. And it really shocked my wife. Now we've gotten into the mega high schools. Yeah. To where it's the underclassmen don't even get to see the upperclassmen. And if you're not based in something, I'd been a coach my whole life, so I was focused on my 13 players. So if you were out of that 13-player sphere, I didn't really know you. Right. Unless you'd walk through my door. And don't forget, if Shelley doesn't like you, you're going to die on a story later. Hopefully we can get this made, so anybody you don't like, we can start a TV show of how we kill them off. I'm telling you, fantasy kills, they're great.
The possibilities.
All right, now I'm going to ask you a teacher question.
Yes.
Do you personally and as a teacher think it's a good idea for kids to know more than one language fluently?
Absolutely, absolutely. Not only is that the world we're going into. Right. Global effects and things that it's not just xenophobia or where we are. Actually learning another language makes you smarter. Yes. I don't know how, but you're able to multitask better. You're able to think of 4 or 5 things at once and it not hold you back, I guess you could say. But everybody that has learned a foreign language, it's sort of like it sparks up all different parts of your brain. And it doesn't matter what foreign language it is. It could be French, Spanish, Italian, Chinese, Japanese, but honestly, Spanish is probably the easiest and the one that you'll use the most, especially when you go to a Mexican restaurant. I don't even order in English anymore, and I tell my kids don't do it. I mean, order in Spanish, talk to them in Spanish, and it's a lot easier for you to find somebody to talk to if you learn Spanish. But French is a beautiful language. All the Romance languages are amazing, but it really does make you not only more marketable, but it makes you smarter. It keeps your mind young. My dad is suffering from some forms of an early form of dyslexia and type of dementia. And I worry about my mind because it is genetic. And then I realize I speak 2 languages and I think in 2 languages, and it's going to keep my mind sharp and hopefully give me a little edge to fight some of that if it does indeed occur. So
she kills in 2 languages too, don't you worry.
Everybody asks me if in Spanish. I'm like, I'm good, but I'm not sure I'm book writing, in Spanish good yet. So we'll see.
Yeah,
I haven't tried it.
It's funny. I dated all of South America, I think, and I married a white woman who was fluent in Spanish.
Nice. That's awesome.
Me, I was terrible. I took 2 or 3 years of Latin.
Oh,
yeah. I thought at once upon a time I was going to med school. Then I got the early exit from high school. They let me graduate, and I ended up with a behavior degree in the end. Now, as we close this out, and I'm so sorry, it goes by so fast.
It does.
What's the best way to order these books? And you need to do it fast, or she'll find you.
And kill you in 2 languages, apparently. Actually, the best way, we can get on Amazon and type in Shelley Pickens and The Haunting of Secrets Unhinged, and then in August, the 3rd one called Unleashed will come out and see Amy's journey. Also, you can go to barnesandnoble.com. You can go to my publisher, but if you put in Shelley Pickens, Melange and Fire and Ice will show up as well. They're accessible through my website, shelleypickens.com. And if you want to message me directly, please do so on my Facebook. It's just Shelley Pickens Author. Like my page, and I try to, like he says, I'm very happy and smiley. So a lot of things I post are just things to make you laugh and smile. And every once in a while, I'll tell you that I'm writing, and just leave me alone because I need to get off Facebook. But other than that, it's a fun time, hopefully.
All right, always think, if you meet Shelley out in public, remember this sweet lady here? Don't ever let her behind you. You never know what's going on with the really sweet ones. Remember, every single person out there liked Ted Bundy. They said he was good looking, charismatic, he was running for office, and then he ends up killing how many people? So, Shelley Pickens, beware. And if you see her in Spain, just keep walking. Don't tell her where you're staying, and just be careful. Shelley, we want this to be a movie. Me and the mouse in my pocket. I want this to be a movie. One of the best books I've ever read.
I would love that.
Give these books a chance.
Please.
You won't be able to put them down. And what we got to do is make sure she keeps writing them. All right, Shelley, give that website one more time.
www.shelleypickens.com, and I promise I'll do more with it in the future.
And if you get confused, go by my Facebook page. There's a picture of her also and how to find her. If you want to find me, ScotFerrell.com. It's been a great show. Thank you so much, Shelley, for stopping by. Great guests coming up this week. I don't want to spoil it. Go by our Facebook page. Yes, we inform you of what we're going to be talking about every single day. Remember, if you want to be part of the show, questions at ScotFerrell.com, or you send us a text, 706-889-9700. Do me a favor. Tell the people you love how much you love them. I go first. Jasmine and Sky, I love you guys. You guys are my little girls. Take care, everyone. Have a great evening.
Thank you.